cities will eventually outlaw human drivers and only permit robotic drivers in the streets. And then all these parked cars will go away and cities will look very differently. I'm very proud that Waymo now is driven over 100 million miles and it's never really harmed a person. It's 100 times safer than human drivers. Recently, I spent a whole day vibe coding and I was able to build something in a day that will cost me a month to build before AI.
Hello guys, so we are now in Singapore at Morgan Stanley Conference, and here with you Anna Tutava and our guest Sebastian Thrun, who is co-founder of Waymo, self-driving technology, which is quite popular in the US with the RoboTaxis, and now they expand into other countries too. And he is as well co-founder of Udacity, which he sold to Accenture. And he will tell us as well about his stealth startup in e-commerce and AI space. So great to have you here, Sebastian.
Hello, Anna.
So can you tell us about your background? I know you were born in Germany, then you moved to the US, got involved into universities, you as well as Stanford professor. So, and then you're the winner of DARPA prize, and then eventually you got involved into Google and eventually the spin-off of Waymo.
You know more about me than myself.
Yeah, so can you tell more about this? At which age did you move to the US and so on?
Yeah, it's been fun. I lived in Germany and the United States, so I got to see two countries in detail, which was great. Very different countries. And then I had three careers. I was an academic professor. I had a career as a Google VP, vice president and innovator, and then a career as a startup captain. Startup is clearly the hardest job of all.
Yeah, so how do you leverage so many companies? You've been involved into totally different spaces. Into education,
right.
Self-driving cars, drones.
Yeah, I love learning. I think there's many ways to make the world a better place. At some point, it felt like the most important thing I could do was help fix traffic accidents by making cars drive themselves. And I'm very proud that Waymo now is driven over 100 million miles and it's never really harmed a person. It's 100 times safer than human drivers. I got super enthusiastic with education, asking the question, can we democratize our education? We're now the biggest tech educator in the Middle East, in places like Egypt and other countries, so we really help these countries create and foster tech talent. I got really excited about flying cars at some point, so Larry Page built this thing called Kitty Hawk that we sold to Boeing, super fun. And now I'm interested in e-commerce and in social media and also in drones.
Yeah, that's so cool. So do you think you will produce as well self-driving cars with Waymo in the future?
I think Waymo is going to be amazing in the future. They're now expanding internationally. They're going to London. They're going to Japan. And that's just the beginning. As Waymo's become safer than human drivers, cities will eventually outlaw human drivers and only permit robotic drivers in the streets. And then all these parked cars will go away and cities will look very differently.
And will you launch as well self-drive, like flying cars with Waymo? Do you have those plans?
Not Waymo yet. Right now, there's about 5 or 6 good companies in that space. Technology is about 10 years behind self-driving is. So we're 10 years away from building businesses. But in 10 years' time, we're going to see this, that we can enter basically a drone, sit inside, not as a pilot, but as a passenger, and it flies us across town at like 150 miles per hour.
So you've been working on Waymo since basically 2004 then when it became part of Google since 2009, so over 20 years already, and you've learned quite a lot. So what would you do differently if you had those knowledge which you have now with Waymo?
I just move faster. I mean, it's been a long journey with Waymo, mostly because the tolerance for error is very, very low. So if you look at large language models, they make a lot of errors. We call this hallucination, and we look at it, we don't like it, but it's not crazy bad. But if a self-driving car would hallucinate, it would run a red light and kill a person. So then making this really safe, it's been a long journey. I think Waymo did make a lot of good choices. Like they decided to be in the car rental or car ride-sharing world, taxi world. And that's the place to be because it means a single Waymo can serve many, many people and make a bigger impact economically.
And now there are quite a lot of competitors. Tesla, Amazon as well launched their self-driving cars too. In other regions, we have, for example, WeRide expanding into RoboTaxis. What are your advantages? How do you conquer the market?
Amazon, I have a relationship because Jesse Levinson, the founder, was my grad student. So we're coming from the same DNA as Waymo. But yeah, it's a healthy, vibrant field with many players, and many new players in China. WeRide is one of them, Baidu, Didi, Pony AI, and they're all doing very, very well. So to me, I think Tesla is doing very well. This is going to be a world with a number of competing entities, but it's going to be good for the consumer because it means it's going to get cheaper and cheaper.
So do you think in the future all cars will be self-driving?
I think in the long-term future they'll be flying. It's absolutely clear in my mind. But in between, yes, most cars will be self-driving. It will still be like conventional car races, Formula One, and so on. But practically speaking, it's just so much safer to have a self-driving car.
And what challenges do you face currently with Waymo?
Waymo's biggest challenge, I'm not part of it anymore, so I can only guess. But the biggest challenge is scale. It's really put it into many, many cities and get this right. And part of scale is economics, making it so the unit economics work out.
So can you tell more than what you're focusing currently on, about what you build in your e-commerce startup?
I'm really a big fan of AI. Most people in AI work on enterprise AI. I work on consumer AI. I want to build that one AI that's be a trusted partner that can do everything for you ever want to do. And I'm doing in two areas right now. One is e-commerce and shopping. We have built a shopping agent that's amazing, incredibly sticky. It's an app that launched in the US market recently, just a few weeks ago, called Shop on Gold, G-O-L-D. And then also building, still in stealth mode, a media company trying to understand AI for movie making, for making shorts, like TikTok type short reviews.
So that's quite different, e-commerce and movie making or short video reels making.
I just love my life and there's so many ways to make the world a better place. There's so many things that AI they can fix. I would encourage every person listening to this, just fix something and do it and get it done.
Yeah, that's true. So when are you publicly launching it, when people can start using it?
The media stuff will be probably 3 months out or so. It's still in the middle of enormous testing. And it's super fun. The shopping app is out, and it's North America only. I have to have a North America number. But it learns what your preferences are, and every day gives you 50 new deals. And then we have an agentic AI that lets you with a single click check out across the entire internet.
And do you plan to expand to other regions too with it?
Eventually, yes, of course. But I want to make it work in one region. And North America is big enough as a market.
And as well, can you share what AI tools do you use personally?
A lot, all the time. And Claude AI for coding. I use ChatGPT all the time. Like writing a recommendation letter is super amazing with like ChatGPT. Research, a lot of research. I'm a big, big fan, and it's transformed my life.
So what are your biggest use cases for AI application for your personal use? How do you use it usually?
Most recently, I spent a whole day vibe coding, and I was able to build something in a day that will cost me a month to build before AI.
For your startup, or it was
for
just?
my startup, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just some data visualization.
So which app do you use? Starfleet, Lovable, or anything else for vibe coding?
I mostly use Claude right now. It's really easy to use, but Cursor is amazing. There's a whole bunch of great solutions.
Yeah, that's great. And as well, now a lot of people are a bit afraid of AGI, and so that there will be AI supremacy. So what are your thoughts about that? And will we ever see AGI?
That's all wrong. Think of AI as a tool, like a tool that you can use for good or for bad. Just like a kitchen knife can be used for good or bad, AI can be used for good and bad. And it's up to people to use it responsibly. When you think of it as a tool doesn't declare supremacy. There's no machine gun or nuclear weapon supremacy in the world. It's a tool to achieve certain means. For most parts, these are good things. For example, AI can help you write software, it can help you make videos, do research, communicate, write a rap song, a love song, a poem, a haiku. So many things it can do for you. So as long as it's being used as a tool, there's no fear whatsoever.
So when will we see AGI in how many years?
I think we kind of see it already. If you are a high school dropout or a recent high school person, AI can basically do whatever being asked to do at school today. Okay? So it's really, really good. It's better than most college students. So if we measure AGI by what the normal people do, not the Einsteins, but the normal people, it's reached this point already. And guess what? People have so many more skills in AI today. This is not a threat to us.
Like there are some skeptics, like Jan LeCun says that AI is not even that smart as a cat, as animals yet.
I mean, look, these comparisons are a bit odd. Is a plane as good as human legs? It's faster to cross the Pacific. Last time I checked, no one was able to walk from Russia to America. But it's very different. It's differentiated, right? So it doesn't solve all the same problems. But overall, I think the focus is unbelievably amazing. And I'd say what it's able to produce. Sometimes I wonder why I hire lawyers that cost me $1,000 an hour when this thing can write the same letter for like 1 penny.
Yeah, that's great. But you still need to verify whether AI writes things
correct.
for you.
But less and less so.
And can you tell more why you're here in Singapore?
I'm here for the Morgan Stanley Conference. It's super fun. I interact a lot with bankers. I love the field of banking because it's one of these fields that is being disrupted on two fronts at the same time. One is crypto, one is AI. And I learn a lot.
So you mentioned crypto. Are you involved as well somehow in crypto, or do you invest in crypto?
I'm a happy bystander looking at it, and I'm good friends with many people in the field, but I'm not doing anything myself.
So what do you buy, Bitcoin or anything else?
Bitcoin, I buy Ethereum and other things.
Wow.
I sold Bitcoin. I made a good amount of money with Bitcoin, so I'm happy.
When did you sell? Just before the crash?
I sold 2 days ago, but I sold also after the previous crash at 50,000. But look, it's very hard to predict what's going.
Yeah, so you really can time it out.
I don't know. I mean, it's a funny thing. Crypto is, at this point, most people do it to get wealthy, and it's not true that everybody can get wealthy. Someone has to lose money for someone to make money. So it's an open question. Is it going to be a chain letter, or is it going to be the best thing ever? The judges are still out there, in my view.
So do you still believe in crypto, in Bitcoin?
I do. I think innovation is amazing.
So do you see any interconnection between AI and crypto?
A little bit. I think they're still very separate fields. I think for crypto, what I would love to see, I'd like to be more functional, more transactional, and more really helping solving real problems in the world. If people are in it just to get rich, that can't really work. They have to be more functional. It's going to come. It's going to come with international transfers and so on, with emissions where the fees are very, very high. It'd be great to have it as a method of daily payments. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so there are now as well a lot of talk that crypto will be currency of AI and of AI agents, and now you are building as well e-commerce platforms. So do you plan to accept crypto there, or allow AI agents to buy for people with crypto?
I don't know where this is going, honestly. I think that these things, I don't quite see the obvious connection between AI and crypto today. It's a very different technology, very different use cases. And yeah, there's a lot of people who say AI is hot, crypto is hot, let's put them together. Short of actual products, I'd love to see where this is going.
Yeah, nice. And can you as well tell, how did you discover crypto first, which year?
I discovered it, unfortunately didn't buy it, but a friend of mine wrote the very first article about Bitcoin in Wired magazine, and he himself bought himself a few hundred Bitcoins and ended up paying a pizza with that Bitcoin. And
then so it was your friend?
George Davis did this for Wired magazine. And then I've been bystander for a long time. I've never been a deep investor. So and Brian Armstrong challenged me and said, Sebastian, go, spend 1% of your wealth. Had I done this, I would not have to work anymore today.
Yeah, nice. And as well, Sylvia, you mentioned that you spent now here time in Singapore, but you're based in the US. So what differences of AI developments in different regions do you see now?
I think the US is very oblivious to advanced, amazing AI trends, especially China. It's moving ahead really, really well. Singapore, there's a bit of an ignorance in my country about this. If you look at DeepSeek and what they have accomplished, they made it much cheaper. Alibaba now has open models in the field. They're very, very good. I see that the East is as fast as the West now when it comes to innovation.
And do you really see the threat from China, because there is as well chip war, AI war between the regions?
It's the opposite of a threat. I think we all work together. I think in my books, China and the United States should be very, very close friends. They should work together very, very closely. I think it's already the case that technology cannot be contained. So technology goes open in both directions. And there's nothing we can do and should do to stop it, because it's good for humanity. So as technology has been going back and forth in China and US, probably more from US to China the other way, we should build closer ties and start a multi-thousand-year period of world peace.
Yeah, that's true. We should better collaborate for innovation, not to start the wars.
Okay.
Thank you for exciting conversation. Nice talking with you.
Right. Take care now. Okay. Thank you.